I am Tiffany Melvin. I am a double major in vocal performance and music education, all while being an RA all at the same time.
So what made you choose your majors?
What made me choose my majors? That's kind of a long answer a little bit. It all has to do with my love of music. I started singing when I was 4 years old in church, and then that grew and grew and grew and grew, and then I started taking lessons in high school in classical music, and I hated classical music when I started taking lessons, but it's so cheesy, but it kind of opened that love of music, so then it grew into starting vocal performance and classical music. Music education is actually kind of new. I taught a little bit in high school when I was a senior to some of the freshmen. Started teaching there and fell in love with that too. And then here, it's a great music education program, and I figured why not? Just doing both at the same time is fun too. So it's equally great passions, and both of them collide, so it's great.
And what made you come to Roosevelt?
The teachers, really, especially with voice, you really look for teachers that work well with you, and specifically your voice. So Judith Haddon and Mark Creighton are the two teachers that I really came here for, and bonus, Dr. Cheryl Frazes-Hill is an amazing choral director. So yeah, I would say the teachers are definitely the reason why I came here.
What made you choose to be an RA?
Maybe choose to be an RA. I have always been a big people person. Even through high school, helping people, being everybody's friend. I was that person that just knew everybody, and trying to be there for everybody. And this job was a huge opportunity to do that on campus as a leader and grow those kinds of skills in a way, because also within CCP I can't take some of those normal courses as easily as it fit in my schedule, and this job kind of allowed me to reach further to people my own age, and so that was really cool concept. And I guess when I applied to be an RA, I didn't really know what I was getting into. I knew that I was going to help people, but I didn't know what kinds of, I don't know, I would say interactions I would be having with the job. But equally, it's so fulfilling as an RA.
What was your experience like with your RA, and how does it influence the type of RA you are now?
Yeah, so my freshman year, I had Claire as my RA, and she was also very busy, and seeing her working hard and the boards that she did were great, was very influential, I would say. And even having this position made me realize how important RAs are without even really knowing it, because I didn't fully appreciate Claire until I became one myself, and then I saw how hard that she worked, and then the effort that she put in, because as a student you think that you don't notice those things, but you do, and it's all really important to keep the morale and the home feeling of campus alive. So she was great.
So next to your door of your room, you have a whiteboard that says your schedule, and you can clearly see it's a really hectic schedule. So how do you balance everything?
Planners. I have a physical planner, one that I write in that has classes, dates, all of that, and then I have reminders on my phone. I have a continuous acting to-do list. I have a whiteboard with the week that I keep, that I update all the time. So you just gotta find those things that work for you to keep track of your time and the classes and all of that. It's a lot, but time management is a skill to be developed, and this, especially being an RA and having this many classes as a double major, definitely helped my time management skills.
As Res Life, you guys are responsible for planning a lot of events. How much planning goes into each of those events?
Yeah, quite a bit, actually. Really, sometimes it depends on the program and what resources we kind of need to pull, but each program has a goal. Each program has a purpose that we want to try and reach towards residents. So my next one coming up is Super Saturday football program, and my goal with that is to reach those football lovers with both teams, and get them talking and all of that. But then the other part of it is, what about the people that don't know football. This is a sport that's so common. So I have activities that'll, maybe get people engaged if they just want to watch the commercials, which are super funny, that's fine. Or if they want to learn about football, that's great. So it doesn't matter what the topic is. Each program has a purpose to try and help residents either socially, academically, community-wise, trying to get them exposed to different thoughts or opinions or clubs even. So each program is thoughtfully planned out.
What has been your favorite event that you guys have held?
My favorite one that happens every single year, actually, is the very first program that we put on. We have a huge game night. Once everybody's all moved in, just before classes are about to start, we have a huge game night. Everybody comes down on 14. We have snacks, food, a whole bunch of fun stuff. And then when it comes about time, we all get everybody together and we walk across the street to sit in front of the Buckingham Fountain and watch the Navy Pier fireworks. This is a huge moment to get all the residents together, and we sit and watch the fireworks, and it's super fun. That program specifically doesn't have like a main goal other than to get people together and to talk, and that's one thing that we do consistently every single year because it's so popular. It's who doesn't like fireworks? It's so much fun. That's probably my favorite one, for sure.
What would you say has been your biggest challenge that you have faced being an RA?
My personal self-care, I guess. Because with all of that, I'm helping residents, I'm helping my fellow teammates, I'm helping colleagues and classmates. Sometimes I might forget about myself to do the face mask every now and then. So I really have to actually include that in my time management for myself. I have to put face mask this night, face mask that night. So that's something that's difficult to plan in there, is when am I going to work out? When am I going to, go out with my friends and actually buy dinner in the city? So these are things that I sometimes forget to plan, and those are just as important to take care of myself, just like everybody else too.
What would you say is your most gratifying part of the job?
Helping people. I don't really have any other way to word that. Seeing people accept that they had help, if that makes sense. That they were stuck and now they have a new light to move forward. In training, they tell RAs that, we change lives. Which, as you're training and you're like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm just like, they're my age, I'm not. But sometimes I just need to be a designated friend, and that is so satisfying. Even to just sit there and have somebody vent to me is good. To be somebody's support feels great, and to know that that's needed and appreciated and helpful is really great. So sometimes it's just being there. Sometimes you don't even have to do anything. Or just say, here, use, my pencil for something. I'm a designated friend, and I love that.
And lastly, what would be your biggest advice to someone that wants to become an RA?
Just go for it. Be you. It's a hard job, but you learn things from it. You yourself grow. I don't know who I would be without this job, to be honest. I have learned so much when it comes to even professional things like resumes or crisis management or answering phone calls. There's so many professional things that can happen through this job, but there are also so many things that personally can happen. I find how I need to handle stress. I find better ways to communicate with people. I have found better ways that I need to time manage myself. So there's so many benefits that come from this job, and it's okay to say, I'm a little nervous because I don't know how to handle situations. That's okay. That's what you learn from this job, and you just go for it as yourself. And don't be afraid to have fun too, and lean on other people as well, because you have your team, and they're definitely there for you. Don't know what I would do without them. They're some of my best friends too. So definitely just go for it.